So at WWDC, we got a whole bunch of new upgrades, but one product line that Apple really didn't talk about was tvOS. Now, tvOS is the software that Apple TVs from 2014 and later still currently actively support. I know personally I have been using a 10-year-old Apple TV and have had absolutely no issues with it. The experience has been absolutely great. I have recently upgraded to a 2022 4K Apple TV, and the experience has just been so much better. Now, with tvOS 18, we are getting so many new features that are just bringing quality of life improvements to the Apple TV lineup. So let's start with one of the big features that is coming to Apple TV Plus, like movies, shows, and is available on your iPhone, Mac, and really wherever you are watching Apple TV Plus, and that is Insight. So this is similar to Amazon Prime's X-Ray feature, where you can swipe up and see what song's playing, who plays the actor that's on screen, and it'll dynamically change as actors come in frame and go out of frame. So you can figure out exactly who that specific actor is, and then click on it to find out, oh, they were in a show you watched before, and stuff like that, to make it so much easier to kind of figure out who that person may be without having to freak out and, scramble to find your phone and then pause the show. You can now just do it, swipe up, click of a button. tvOS 18 also features enhanced dialogue. So we've seen this on HomePod and stuff like that, as it essentially will use machine learning to make the people's volume sound louder when they're talking and there's music in the background, and kind of if they're talking quieter or louder, kind of adjusting it to make sure that you can actually hear the people talking on screen and not have them get drowned out. It also extends to HDMI connected devices like sound bars. Now, there's also smart subtitles. So if you rewind a show, it'll now show you the subtitles for 10 seconds, I believe, when you rewind. This allows you to essentially see, maybe you couldn't hear what they were saying or something, so now you just rewind 10 seconds, and then it'll have the subtitles on for those 10 seconds and understand what they were saying, so you don't have to keep rewinding a specific part to hear what they're saying. There's also 21:9 support, so that's just a different aspect ratio, although most TVs are not 21:9, so if you're using a projector or something like that, you can now have a better experience on the Apple TV. There's also a redesigned Apple Fitness Plus app, which seems to be the trend as it was redesigned with iOS as well, and it looks pretty nice. As someone who hasn't used Fitness Plus, I really don't know what the experience is like now, although I can't imagine it's too bad of one. Now, we did also get live captions. Now, live captions has been available on the iPhone, and if you're using FaceTime through the Apple TV, if you have a newer one that supports FaceTime, you now have the ability to have live captions displayed on your TV when you're using FaceTime. This will allow you to hear the other person, essentially. We also got a dedicated camera. So if you have a specific Apple TV you always use for FaceTime with that specific device, you can now have a dedicated camera, even if you have multiple. So if you're like me, who has an iPad and an iPhone, you can now pick and say, I only want to use my iPhone as the camera for my Apple TV, and you can now do that. We also got new screensavers, as it seems that Apple is really bringing the Snoopy love to the Apple TV as well, as we now have a new Snoopy screensaver, as well as a redesigned portraits of your friends and family using your photos, which is definitely cool and kind of matches the Apple Watch. WatchOS 11 photo space, which definitely looks very cool. Now, tvOS is currently in beta. You can install it, although personally, I would hold off on installing betas just until we're in September with the final release, or we're later on in the beta cycle. Right now, I feel it's too early on. There's going to be a lot of bugs and just an overall not that great experience. Now, the public beta is already out, so if you want to go ahead and install it, be my guest. Personally, I don't install the betas as they just cause too many problems, I feel. But hey, it's up to you. And I want to hear your thoughts about tvOS 18, because I feel this is a very great quality of life improvements being brought over, but let me know what your thoughts are with a comment down below, and while you're down there, if you want to hit like and subscribe, I'd appreciate that as well, and I want you to remember, today's a good day to make a great day, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.